Hey, what's up? It's Martin again. So today I want to talk a little bit about how to get really good results in the gym, okay? There's, I don't know, like 95% of the people who go to the gym go because they believe that it's healthy for them and that they'll lose weight or they'll become stronger, but they don't go because they believe that they can look awesome. Now today I'm here to talk to you about the surface level looks, okay? And to actually create a really cool physique that you're proud of, all right? So my number one tip for when you're going to the gym, if you want to actually create a physique that you're proud of, is weightlifting, okay? This goes for guys and for girls. So if you lift in a heavy weight range, meaning 4 to 6 reps, okay? So if you can do 6 reps, that means that the weight is too light and you should increase by 10 pounds, 5 pounds on each side, or 5-pound dumbbells, okay? If you can't lift 4, it means that the weight is too heavy, and so you need to go down by either 5 or 10 pounds, okay? Now the key thing is, by lifting at this heavy weight range, what you're going to be doing is something called progressive overload. And this means that every single week, as you go to the gym and you keep lifting that same weight, you'll track the weight that you lifted last time and the number of reps that you did. Okay, so if I was able to lift on a bench press and I could do 5 reps, now this week my goal is to try to get 6 reps with the same weight. Okay, and if I'm able to do 6, that means it's time for me to increase the weight for my next set, okay? If you work out like this and you're constantly slowly increasing the weight, you will, within just like 1 or 2 months, see a huge difference in your physique, okay? You'll actually be you'll see some popping muscles coming out, okay? And it's really cool. Now, the second tip that I have is, if you can combine that with proper nutrition, you're going to see those results even bigger, okay? And the number one piece of nutrition advice that I can give you is, depending on what your goal is, you want to generally cut your fat first until you're under 15% body fat, ideally around 10% body fat. Okay, most people, the reason that they're not happy with their physique is that they're a little bit too high on the body fat percentage, and so you can't see the definition of the muscles. As you start to drop lower, you're going to start to see your arm muscle get more defined, or you'll start to see your stomach flatten out and tone, and you'll see abs, okay? But the key thing is that you need to cut before you start to try to gain muscle mass, all right? And what do I mean by cut? If you are eating less calories than you burn each day, that basically means that you're going to slowly lose weight over time. So my number one tip for losing weight over time in the easiest manner possible has generally been to just skip breakfast and instead just drink some water if you want, and go all the way until about 12 or 1 o'clock without eating anything. Now yes, you might feel a little bit hungry, you might get some cravings, but battle through that for the first 5 or 6 days. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but after that you'll get used to it. And one, you'll find that you have more time in the morning, which is awesome. You know, you don't have to spend time making and eating breakfast. Number 2, you're going to actually have more stable energy. A lot of people, they'll eat something heavy and then they'll wind up feeling a little bit tired, and they'll need that coffee to get them through. So then that gives them a spike of energy, and then they're just kind of like feel tired again, okay? The third benefit to doing that is that it's going to make it harder for you to overeat during the rest of the day. If you skip a meal, you might eat a slightly bigger lunch, but your dinner will probably be around the same. And so if you're able to cut out, say that your breakfast is normally 400 or 500 calories, if you can cut that out, over the course of a week, you're losing about 500 calories per day, and that leads you to 3,500 calories in a week. 3,500 calories is 1 pound of fat that you can lose per week. And that's a fairly safe range for cutting. As you start to lower your body fat percentage, what happens is your body, it gets better at building muscle and worse at storing fat. And so you'll find that once you drop to a lower fat range, it's easier to maintain that and continue building muscle than if you decided that I want to build and eat a lot more food and try to gain muscle first and then cut. That would put on a lot more fat because all that food that you're eating will turn into fat. Whereas if you're already at a lower body fat percentage and then you decide to start eating a lot of food to gain weight, most of that is going to turn into muscle instead of fat. Okay, so those 2 tips, all right? Skip breakfast in the morning, and then when you go to the gym, lift in the 4 to 6 rep range and try to do a full body workout over the course of a week. So maybe one day you're doing upper body and arms, one day you're just focusing more on chest, one day you're focusing on back, one day you're focusing on shoulders, and then the last day you're focusing on legs. Okay, that's a general recommendation. I actually highly encourage you to take a look at this guy, Mike Matthews. He does a book called Bigger, Leaner, Stronger for men, and for women it's called Thinner, Leaner, Stronger. So check that out. He has some amazing information. It's very detailed, but what I'm teaching you here is just a very quick summary thing. And if you apply this for about 2 months and you follow through, you will completely change your physique and be very, very happy with it. Oh, and don't forget, you need to subscribe. Definitely subscribe because I will see you in the next video.